of the ending questions. एक है कि what are some efforts जो आपने observe किए हैं कि हमारी entertainment industry में हो रही हो ताकि कोई positive narrative ज़्यादा हो, inclusive, responsible storytelling के लिए कौन से efforts note की हैं and what further changes do you think are necessary from actors, directors, writers, audience, any group?
I'm not 100% confident about my answer, but maybe because I have a bias, therefore I only hear the things that I want to hear. So I was sitting down with Mona today, and we were talking about coming of age, the romance, Romeo and Juliet, which again was a very sensitive issue, right? Because do we want to promote eloping and all that stuff? So we were talking about it during shoot as well, with the Shahid Saab and Shadi as well, the directors, very responsible, safe hands, right? Mona ji said, कि इसकी ending हम क्या करना चाहते हैं? She said we can't have the ending to be morose. It has to be hopeful and responsible. So for her to say that just gave me a bit of assurance that people right at the top in the decision making are sensitive to this. So ये बहुत important चीज़ थी जो मैंने सुनी. बहुत कि भाई ये जिम्मेदारी एहसास थी. So अब वो किस तरह materialize होकर trigger down होता है, that's something else. But the fact that that existed, that statement came out of her mouth, and I've heard it from the horse's mouth, I was very, very encouraged. Which means, from the decision-making perspectives, they made some voices that way and carried on. Now,
हमने जब डायरेक्टर से बात की ना, शायद मैं जिस में कोई ड्रामा ऑन करेंगे ना,
हाँ,
तो वो कहते हैं कि मैं ड्रामा करने से पहले मैं मिल के आया था लोगों से, कहते हैं मैंने इतने सारे लोगों से मिला जिनकी शायद मैं जो सुनी है, उनका पर्सपेक्टिव किया.
this was again a something that's come to my mind because that young lady played my daughter in Bijla. So जब उसको आ रहा था, I was paying a little more attention कि अच्छा क्या. So and I was very happy to hear that this is such experience. It is a crucial subject. Personally, I would put it on PTV because जिनको ये message जाना चाहिए जैसे दिन का उम्मीद तो नहीं, वो सब PTV. ताकि terrestrial उसकी reach ज़्यादा है opposed to digital, but ये जाना चाहिए. But don't preach to the preached, but let's preach for those who need that perspective. And speaking in their language, as I mentioned, communication with the listener is the priority, not the emitter. So that for me is a subject that's coming up. Mahira Khan ka aajkal kuch chal raha hai, right? Brazilian. So they're trying to talk about those subjects. So people are trying. What's that?
Sarva Comedy उसके ना 6 episodes.
Yes, I remember that. She's a Cappy, right?
हाँ, उसमें हर 6 episodes हर episode में different.
So it means this has now become an exploration. For me, then, now the challenge is: are you capable of creating it? Can you deal with this subject intelligently and sensitively?
I think it would be wrong कि आप ऐसे subject पकड़ो but deal ना करना.
That we also.
Well, it would be. I think it would be more harmful.
Great power, great responsibility. वो वाली बात है. So ठीक है, but at least करते जाए. I'd rather you make mistakes trying this than going back to the formula and doing a crappier job of that.
That's the whole.
And I can tell you from the actor's perspective, which are quite a few of us, superbly exhausted with that. We're tired. I mean, हम तो vocal हो गए. मैं बहुत पहले से vocal. I remember when years ago, मैं CB Rahil Sarma, we were invited to this Women's Day conference at universities all over. And मैंने जाके खबर को टांग दिया. I don't think I was supposed to be in this official sense. But in the context, what happened was कि उन्होंने कहा कि यही बात चीज़ें बार-बार होंगी, यही चीज़ें बार-बार होंगी, साथ में औरत बुरी, औरत मजलूम, औरत की दुश्मन. So I said, then stop watching it, because you watch it, they keep creating it. You turn it off, they'll say, okay, ये बिक नहीं रहा, कुछ और बना.
It's a continuous cycle.
Yeah. So if society is degraded to the point that we're becoming more money-centric rather than value-centric, then use the money to turn it toward the value.
एक मैंने लोगों का ये बड़ा पर्सपेक्टिव सुना है कि मैंने ड्रामा देखना बंद कर दिया क्योंकि आई वुड स्टार्ट वॉचिंग इट एज अ मोमेंट के रिलैक्सिंग टाइम में तो चलो भाई ड्रामा लगाए बट अब टेंशन हो जाती है स्ट्रेस में हो जाती है.
अब serious subjects के बाद ये भी issue है with the society around, with the stresses that we are going around. This is what I said, people at least get entertainment, relax and opiate it. अगर आप बहुत dark or morose thing, as I said, वो दिखाते रहेंगे. We talked about some things like responsibility and something I've been about. I used to say no to all soaps. Soaps was a big thing. I only did one soap, again because it was Kashi besides. And it was a and I trusted it. So, how to soap? पिया बेटा अजीबोगरीब साइकोटिक इंसान था
पीछे थे लोग
और
उसके
उसपे इतना उसने टॉर्चर किया आई रिमेंबर सिटिंग ऑन द सेट अच्छा जी तो नेक्स्ट टॉर्चर हम क्या करें बीवी के ऊपर आई वाज लाइक आई कांट बिलीव वी आर हैविंग दिस कन्वर्सेशन सो गॉड ब्लेस हर शी वेंट थ्रू इट बट people used to come up to me and say कि हम आपको देखा पिया बेटा ध्यान पिया बेटा I remember the turning point for me and I'm taking a selfie or an autograph or whatever this young girls came up to me maybe your age maybe a little older and said बहुत सुन करते हैं अपनी बीवी पे लेकिन उसको भी तो सह लेना चाहिए ना क्योंकि बीवी है that's the moment it turned around I was like no नहीं सहना चाहिए and I realized why are you accepting it so it became acceptance ऐसे कि तैसे इसको हमें टर्न अराउंड करना है इसको टॉर्चर दिस मैन नाउ इन द एंड ये गलत था तस्लीम करवाओ वी कांट एक्सेप्ट इट
वो जब एक कंटिन्यूअसली चीज दिखाई जा रही है तो एट द एंड शायद एक एडल्ट ना
एक
सोचे
numbness हो जाती है
एक एडल्ट ना सोचे बट जो हमारी एज के होंगे maybe this is the right thing
ट्रू numbness
क्योंकि
होती
आपकी
है
कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट होती है
That's true. That's true, but-
perceptions of shape हो रहा है
Yeah, even the adults will start accepting it, by the way, but obviously you're more perceptive. The reason why they say violence in games had numbed the kids to violence. So it's the same thing. You don't want to numb the audience, you want to essentially move them and then relax them.
क्योंकि जब आपको पता ना भी चलो थोड़ा थोड़ा करके इफेक्ट करवाते हैं आपको गलत हो जाओगे आपको लगे ना कि
True, exactly. Actually, तो okay हो गया. So there's this. The brain is one of the most powerful tools that you can fool. You can. I remember students when I get that. Close your. You've been to the examination hall. Close your eyes. Imagine in the examination hall. Imagine that you're sitting the desk, taking the test. Imagine you're doing a great job. You fool your brain to believe कि जब मैं जाऊँगा तो यही होगा.
I've been through it
Yeah.
like okay now
Yeah, that's what it is. So you can fool your brain. You can transport yourself anywhere and start accepting things. Therefore, wear it.
I think एक मुझे ये भी चीज़ लगता है कि हम लोग अपने साथ सारे ड्रामे से भी डिस्कस किए एक ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है आई थिंक कि एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री में ज़रा ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी को आई थिंक साइकोलॉजिस्ट का पर्सपेक्टिव भी लेना चाहिए इट शुड बी
Do you see my reaction? Pia Vidardi was my first major move towards that because how can I justify this guy being so psychotic? So I asked my psychiatrist friend, justify this, क्या illness है? मुझे समझाओ. And he did, and I started pulling on that. And then I started studying psychology on my own. इतना मजा है, which then I've applied in every character. Pia Vidardi, प्यार के सदके. How would you just? Because I'm not a villain if I'm playing the villain. The villain is justifying himself. Everyone we are all heroes of our story. We all justify ourselves. So how do I justify myself? So I started doing that with every single character and understand psychology. And I think really the way forward is psychologists should have an interview with actors and say, when you did that character, what was the character thinking? You know, what was the internal dialogue?
I think एक तो वो actors और actresses को act करने में भी maybe they'll get more into the characters
Yeah.
and then I think कि एक जिस तरह वो चीज़ perceive करने से भी change होता है.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then it becomes more real and authentic as well. And you guys will relate more to it. People, I think, like Pyar Ke Sadke ka character a lot. Also because he was not just he was a charming idiot, but he was so real.
इसका हम लोगों ने I think many of us have watched ये दिल मेरा तो उसमें जो एक है ना एक साइकोलॉजिकल पर्सपेक्टिव डाला कि ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी कैसे काम करती है आई थिंक वो बहुत आजकल लोग को बहुत अट्रैक्ट करता है.
प्यार के सदके में मैंने इस बैक स्टोरी बनाई थी which we call the inner life. And I talked to the director. God bless father, he was such an intelligent man. But like he is this, why? Because he belonged to a very rich family. That's why he dresses up the way he knows how to carry himself. His father was rich, but he lost his money because he was a very value-oriented guy. It was food, he became a pauper. His mother was a very vicious and strong character. And then she talked him down to the point that he eventually died. Father died. And then she took him under his wing, the young boy, who was more aspirational towards his father, but then became under his mother's tutelage and became the Nyola, the son that he became. Therefore, the mother-son relationship, and as Freud will tell you what the mother-son relationships are like, mother-son relationship ये है, हमने वो scenes create किए थे. और वो God bless her as a brilliant actress Rana, कि वो सारे scenes हमने create किए थे. The shaking of the bed was never ever even on a page. We created them. I did it myself, the shaking. He said, you do this. And then the love-hate relationship with mother and son, we all created that. It never was in the original script. To justify the psychology of this character, why he's become what he's become.
आप ये नहीं दिखा सकते हो कि ये है बस ये है ये ऐसे. That's wrong to show कि character है ये ऐसे. फिर हम लोग भी जिंदगी में accept कर show करते हैं है ये ऐसे.
Exactly.
Never think कि maybe
Mind you,
reason.
and then if that comes home, कि मैं हूँ ही ऐसा, मैं हूँ ये चीज़, no. Why is this person that way? So that you can battle with that. अगर मुझे पता है कि इसको एंटीबायोटिक्स चाहिए because इसको ये वायरस है, तो मैं वायरस से पहचानूं तो एंटीबायोटिक्स दिए ना.
जो आपके कैरेक्टर्स हैं हमेशा उनके जो भी अगर मॉरल लिख रहे हैं जो भी है तो there's a background for it. And I think कि होना चाहिए.
Yeah.
एक background होना चाहिए. You can't just put up a character, say he has these traits.
Yeah.
He just has them.
Just has them. Was born with it.
Yes.
Hold on.
Was born.
So I mean, how many of you ever saw any of that in प्यार से? हमने नहीं दिखाया. बाप की बात ही नहीं की. हमने दिखाया नहीं कि बाप वैल्यू ओरिएंटेड था, वो मासूम था, मर गया है, जो भी हुआ. We didn't. But उस तसलसल में everything else in my mind was completely justified. So subtext में माँ बेटे की जो relationship वो थी. Why does this guy who's so ambitious fall in love with an idiot girl? Because he finds the innocence attractive, the naivety attractive. Why would he find it attractive? Because of the backstory. And Farooq and I sat and said, इसकी है ना भी मोहब्बत थी पहले, मैंने कहा yes. और वो इसी तरह की थी मासूम. Yes. माँ ने कहा था बेवकूफ चढ़ी के साथ तुम मोहब्बत करोगे छोड़ो. Come towards ambition. And he let go of that.
It's a rebel right.
He's a rebel. So he's come back to that full circle and now he's rebelling against his mother because he has this power. Still, I've got everything I want. I can do whatever. You see that? So all that was justified on screen. Yeah.
उसमें भी जो क्रूएला आई थी उस फिल्म जिसने भी उसकी बैक स्टोरी करी थी कि why she is the way she is. उस पे कुछ लोगों ने कहा था कि भाई है विलन वो तो विलन है.
Yeah, I like this trend that has come about, right? Even there. वो कौन सी थी इसमें एंजेलिना जोली का था? Maleficent.
हाँ.
Wasn't that amazing? I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty
क्योंकि
good.
उसमें मैं देखती हूँ वो कहते हैं इस ना करने का कि भाई विलन है जस्टिफाई करने के ऐसा. तो वही ना कहते हैं विलन है तो क्यों वजह क्यों?
Okay, so let's split the definition. We won't say justify. In his or her mind, it's justified. We'll say reason.
Reason है.
So at least if we know the diagnosis, that's a reason. Justification का moral value है. यानी कि जो reason थी बिल्कुल सही थी. That's just. For him it may be, for us it's not. Yeah.
हमने उससे मैसेज लेना है कि ये चीज़ नहीं करनी.
So let's say if we don't want to create servers, then what can we do?